Welcome back, everybody, to the Flex Show. I'm Jeanette Diergaard, your presenter for Flex. Now, today we are joined by the Ultimate Frisbee Namibia team. We have Oscar, and Rory Sanglovu. And yes, stay tuned for their interview as we will be talking to them about the sport. So welcome back to the interview. I am joined by Rory Sanglovu and Oscar Haita. No, Oscar.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
Oscar.
You are right. You are right.
Okay, cool. Oscar, can you please just tell us a bit more about Ultimate Frisbee and what your club does?
Okay, Ultimate Frisbee, or just also known as Ultimate, it's a non-contact team sport that's usually played 7 versus 7, but in Namibia, as we started the club, we've been playing it 4 versus 4, 5 versus 4, depending on the amount of the number of people that are there on that specific days.
Okay, cool. And this is the president of the team.
Yeah, that's the new president elected to the team. He was just elected this past weekend.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Okay, and can you guys also just tell us how did the game start and when it started?
Okay, the club, Wind-huckers, we started the club in 2012. So we started, it was like a group of students some from Germany, US, and some from Finland. Then we used to play this, we started actually back at the university. So, and now we used just to play like every day after we are done with our daily work, and then just used to throw the frisbee. Then we decided to form like a club, which was formed up by student from Poly, back then it was Poly, now it's called NAST, and then some from UNAM, and then we decided to come up with a club. And then we started playing just every weekend on Sunday. So,
okay, cool. And Rory, when did you join the Ultimate Frisbee?
Yeah, so I joined the club in 2017.
Okay.
That's when they had just set up at UNAM to play the game there.
Yeah.
So it's been a fun 5 years, and I'm privileged to be elected as the new president.
Oh, that's awesome. And do you guys play every weekend?
Yeah, we play every Sunday with the numbers permitting. Yes.
Cool.
As Oscar said earlier on, it's a minimum 5 on 5. So if we've got good numbers, at least 10 players, then we know we can have a game.
Awesome. So can you tell us a bit more about how the sport works? This is open to you both.
Okay. Ultimate is played like on a field, which is all in general. There's like a perimeter that's marking off the whole field.
Yeah.
So it is 100 meter the whole field, and then on either length on the side, or on either side of the length of the field, there's a like square area marked off with the cones. We use and those are called end zones, and those are like the goalposts. So Ultimate incorporate football, rugby, netball, and also American football's aspect in a way that teams you pass the disc to your teammate throughout in the mid zone, and then you make a score by passing to your teammate in the end zone of the opposing team.
Okay, cool.
So, but you are not allowed to make step or move with the disc once you have it in your hands. You have to pivot. So you have to pivot. You are not allowed to make step. And then there's marking. That's marked. You can mark from if you are in 3 meter range of the person you are marking. Then you have to count from 1 to 10 seconds.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So that gives you 10 seconds to play the disc without running with it. Yeah, so you need to, ultimate goal is to score in the opposite team's end zone without running with it. So you catch it, pivot, you've got 10 seconds to play until you find another teammate who will ultimately score.
Awesome. So with that said, we'll just quickly we'll look at the video where you guys are playing. Okay. That looks like a lot of fun, guys. I hope you guys don't hurt each other while playing. So how do you control the environment?
Yeah, so big at non-contact, you're not allowed to tackle or anything. So the rugby comparisons are just, where to score.
Yes.
So what's important, like Oscar says, is when you need to stall a player, you then count the 10 seconds, minimum of 3 meters, maximum 3 meters, minimum of about a disc width. So you're not allowed to block your player. So just blocking the path of the disc before it leaves the player.
Frisbee can be a thing that can hurt you. Have you guys been thrown in the face with a frisbee before?
Yeah, there have been some incidents, but usually with the new members. But usually we try to, especially kids, because we have like a section of kids who are joining, who want to train. They're trying to, maybe if the disc is coming right straight to their face, and then if they miss it, then they're going to get hit in the face. That's why they will try to tell them, they either catch it from the side like this, not for the disc to come. And then as he already said, ultimate, when it comes to injury, ultimate is a non-contact sport. You are not allowed to push, you are not allowed to tackle, you are only allowed to make contact with the disc. The moment you touch a person or push, it's a fall. And ultimate is a self-officiating game in the way that you who has been touched or fouled, you make the call that no, fall.
Okay, cool. So you guys are also constantly communicating.
Yes, so there is a spirit of the game in essence, because for other examples as well, if the player steps out of the field, the person closest must make that call. If they're still debating, the two captains can then come out and then discuss it. So there's no referee. It's all about goodwill and sportsmanship.
And you have to know your own moral values and how to treat other people. And I really like that message that you get from the game. So when you're talking about the different terms during the game, so I know there's a few like the pulling, and can you guys just explain how that works? Okay,
the way the game starts, the beginning of the game, it starts with both teams standing in their front line. The front line is the line where their front cone or marking of their goal post is, and then each one must stand with one of their foot touching that line. And then in the team that has the disc, they usually indicate to the other team, they put up their hands like the disc in the air, and then usually the team that is throwing asks the other team if they are ready. They put up the disc, and then if the other teams are ready for the game to start, then they also put their hands up. And then the pull is the process where the team that is serving first throw the disc to their side, to the other side, and that's what we call the pull. So, and then the pull there's a lot of there are a bit of rules on how the pull work. So if you throw the pull to the other side, the other team's member, they are allowed, there are rules. So first of all, no player is allowed to run without the pull being released. Only after the pull has been released, then both players can move in any directions. And the other teams, the receiver of the pull, they have the person who is going to get the disc must make sure that if he's not sure he can get the disc, because usually a pull is thrown with a lot of power, and so if you are not sure you can catch the disc, just leave it to hit the ground. The moment you touch it and you don't catch it, then it's already a switch in position. That's you are not allowed to touch the pull unless you catch it. If you maybe try to catch it and then you fail, and then hit the ground, then it's the team that threw, it's a switch in position.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Talking about switching in position, so as you play with your teammates should catch the disc. If they let the disc drop whilst in possession, it should be switched over to the other team.
Yeah.
So as you are playing towards scoring on the other side, you should make sure you don't drop the disc. So similar to the pool, if we play it and you drop it, the play starts from there. Or if I pass to Oscar and we're teammates and he drops it, you will then start the play from there.
Okay. Okay, that's interesting. So I just wanted to ask, how exactly does the scoring work? So when I'm on the other side with we have to move to the other side.
Yes.
How do you score? Is it when the other team doesn't catch the disc, or?
Okay, may I start?
Yes.
Okay, you score, you see, you have an end zone and then you have that middle zone where most of the playing happens. And then you pass the disc to each other, just like football. You score by making a pass to your teammate in the end zone of the opposing team.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but the opposing team will try, because they will be marking. Usually there's a lot of defense technique that teams can utilize, and the most common one is called man-to-man marking. That's when, let me say, if you are playing 7 versus 7, that's usually there's a man marking usually the team that has the disc is always the team on offense, because they're trying to attack to go and score, and the team that don't have the disc, they're going to try to get that disc, or just either way to block the other team from passing it or passing around the disc.
Or intercepting it.
Yeah, intercepting. The other team can intercept it down the disc or anything.
Okay.
Yeah. So the moment one of your teammates get into the end zone of the opposing team and you manage to get that pass to him, that's a score. And usually once you score in the end zone where you score, the score happens, is now the side that belongs to the team that score, and the team that concede have to travel over to the other side, to the other end zone.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. And Rory, we just spoke about that you pulled a muscle. So can you just outline that? Yes, it's a lot of running around.
Yeah. So as Oscar mentioned, the field is 100 meters long, 64 meters within the middle part. So that's a lot of running. So if you do not stretch before you play, like any other sport, you might pull a muscle. Types of areas that you need to watch out for are your calf, your hamstring, even your back at times. So if you can warm that up prior to playing and then warm down afterwards, then you know you can keep your body warm. But it's a lot of running. A game can last up to about an hour, so you really need to try and maintain your fitness levels. It's a fun way to stay fit.
Okay, awesome guys. Thank you so much for that. Do you have any last words?
The word that we want, we're really encouraging Namibians to join the sport. Especially we only have 2 ladies, and we really want ladies to join, and especially local ladies, because all the joining that member are not Namibians. So the sport, we want to grow it locally. We want more local people to join the sport and take it. I know it's a new sport and it's not popular, and people usually scoff at it, especially most people don't understand. They think it's because when I ask a lot of people, they think apparently ultimate is a dog sport, because they see people throwing frisbee to their dog, but that's
not the point.
That's not the sport actually. And then ultimate is actually an official and recognized body worldwide, and then you have league in countries like Germany, Finland, USA, and Japan, and there's a body like the World Flying Disc Federation, and then that's the body that regulates. So the ultimate, and then that's the body that have make sure that the rules are adhered to by all the players, and then we have also an African division, that's all Africa Flying Disc Federation. That's the body that's responsible for ultimate in Africa.
Okay.
And now we have also a big community in some African countries, like especially South Africa is the first. South Africa, actually, they have a lot of teams, ultimate teams, I think. And then you have a country like, I think, Uganda, Kenya. They also some other countries that have like really good presence of Ultimate in their community.
Yeah, okay, cool. And anything from you, Mr. President?
Yes, so if you like more information about the sport, you can visit us on Facebook, Ultimate Wind-huckers, and we can give you more information about where we play, how to join, when we play, and yeah, please feel free to contact us and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.
Great, thank you so much. That brings us to the end of this interview, and we'll see you guys at the outro. So I hope you guys learned something new, a new cool sport, and as the guy said, do join them if you want to. They are trying to grow the local team. So, you know, make a change and do something different. That brings us to the end of this episode. I'm Jeanette Diergaard, and please stay tuned for the next episode. And don't forget to work out with me every morning at 6:30 a.m. That's it from me. Bye.